Hello, 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 hello. Live, I think. Okay. However, okay. කොබන් live එක වැටිලත් තියෙන්නේ. Start streaming දුන්න. පළවෙනි case වක් හරි කරුවා. ඒ මට live එක කරනවා. case එක කොහොමද? Riddle on the rails. Okay.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Okay. කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඉතින් Sherlock Holmes game එක bro. මේ crime විසඳන්න.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
A map of London and the surrounding... Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
Okay. 5 no 1 week later. Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ මම දන්න විදිහට මේවා පොත් වලින් ගත්ත මේ Sherlock Holmes stories game එකකට හරවලා
Brrr, what a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Very early. Okay.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead.
මේක හෙන කල්ටයක් කාල් රිලිස් වෙලා crimes and punishments රිලිස් වුණේ පොඩ්ඩක් මම බලලා කියන්න තප්පරයක් crimes and punishments මම ඩෙවිල්ස් ඩෝටා කියලා ගේම් එකක් ගිහුව මතකද දන්නේ නැහැ බ්‍රෝ එයාට ඒකත් 2014 මේ ගේම් එක රිලිස් වුණේ දැන් crimes and punishments කියලා මම ගැහුවා එකක් ඒක රිලිස් උන්නේ දැන් මේ ඩෙවිල්ස් ඇන්ඩ් ඩෙවිල් ඩෝටා කියන එක රිලිස් වුණේ 2016 මම හිතන්නේ. ඔව් 2016 රිලිස් වුණ ගේම් එකක් මම ගැහුවා 2014 එක මම කලින් ගහලා තිබ්බා අවුරුදු කීපයකට කලින්. ඒක තමයි මේ ගේම් එක. දැන් මේ ළඟදිත් තව Sherlock Holmes Awakened කියලා එකක් ඒකට වඩා 15ක්
This
මැප් එකක් අපේ මැප් එකක් හම්බ කරගන්න.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
a discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Find more information. මේ ලැප් එකට කියලා වුණොත් බං එන කේස් එකක් දැන් මගේ යාළුවෙක් මචං මාත් එක්ක මේ වගේ ලැප් එකක් ගත්තා. උගේ ලැප් එකට රැන්සම් එකක් ඇවිල්ලා කියලා වෙලා උගේ එන ගේම් එකක් තියලා හදාගත්තා. ඒක හැම ඩීටේල් හැම ඩේටා එකක්ම නැති වුණා. එහෙම කරගන්න ආසනේ බං මගේ මොකද මේ දවස්වල මං මේ ලැප් එකෙන් ගොඩක් වැඩ කරනවා මේ
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Okay. මගේ මේ වීසා සහ ඒ ප්‍රොසෙස් එක ගොඩක් කරනවා. ඒක නිසා මේ Nottingham London type train
Here is the train.
ඒක නිසා ඒ ඩේටා නැති වුණාට වගේ සම්පූර්ණ මේ හැමදේම කියලා වෙනවා. ඒක නිසා මම ආස නැහැ.
A telegraph.
Crack ගහන්න දැම්ම නෙමෙයි මම ආස නැහැ කොහොමද technically crack කරන්න. However, then station master
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Character portrait එකම fully grey hair Nagi. Honorary badge. Married.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
ඒක අපි කලින්ම ගත්තා.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private, and it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Okay, අපිට දැන් අනිත් train station එකට ගිහිල්ලා ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න වෙනවා. Bridlington කියන. මෙම පැන්න ඉතින් මේ ගේම් එකේ තියෙන්නේ කේක් කෙනාගෙන් ගිහිල්ලා ප්‍රශ්න අහහා මෙයා කරන ඇක්ෂන්ස් ඒක නෑ ඉතින් මේක. දැන් මේ මිනිහා මේ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න තියෙන්නේ.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Work clothes, okay. Cheap ticket. Married. Wedding ring at the end. Rough skin. Worker dial. I'm getting move worker class again.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Holmes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Character portrait එක හදාගමුකෝ එතකොට ලීසි. Australian hat. Okay. එහෙම එවුවත් තියෙනවා. Heavy gold ring. Rich as fuck. Fancy shoes. Crocodile skin. Madashi. Oshi dialed.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me.
Ah, shit. The bang options. Audio. Master audio. Back.
Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
Pretty question තියෙනවා නේද? සමහරවිට මම මෙතන බැවිනේ. Okay. Accident. The Chileans stayed on the train was just a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. Okay. ඒකද? නැත්තම් Chileans were left. ඒ කියන්නේ directors of the Chilean Barcazes Company was intentionally left on the train. The conductor removed all passengers from the train except for the Chileans. මට නිකන් එහෙම හිතෙනවා. නිකන් rich එවුන්ව අතෑරලා poor එවුන්ව බේරගන්න තරම් humanitarian dial නම් ඔහොම වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ නේද? station එකක් හදාගෙන පුළුවන්.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organized by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called an autonomous electrical generator. Okay, this policy partially covers loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000. Insurance duration 1 year renewable.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock
Holmes.
I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
මොනවද මේ ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කැරක්ටර් පොට් ටික මේ මොකක්ද අලුතෙන් ආපු ඉමෝජි ටික කියන්නේ අර හાર્ට් එහෙම දාන්න පුළුවන් අර Facebook එකේ වගේ දෙයක් කරන සීන් එකද? Plain clothes. Ink smudges.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Rookie station master train was delayed. Railway map train composition. Nature was rookie station master.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
That is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
අතන ඉන්න තඩිබුවට තව කතා කරන්න දෙයක් තියෙනවා.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
Luggage room එකට යන්න තියෙන දැන් මම හිතන්නේ. මේ ඩයල් එකට කතා කළද? බෑනේ උන්ට කතා කරා. ගේම් එකක් බා.
The whole train just...
ඒ කියන්නේ බා මෙහෙම ඉතින් මේ නිකන් අර ස්ටෝරි එක
Railway post bags. This grip sack belongs to
Mr. Robinson.
I think we should...
Of course.
Let's open that shit. Okay, nice. Okay. Nothing ඉතින් පසල් කියන්නේ nothing ඉතින් ඈ.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully.
This exclusive sales contract regarding the prototype invention declared to appliance supplying electricity on autonomous blah blah blah. The buyer understand blah blah blah. Respond blah blah blah. After the purchase, whether or not of these issues were known either party at the time of purchase, the buyer obligated to make the payment is an amount of 10% of the prototype price in advance upon the signing the contract. The remainder should be transferred within 1 month term. කියන අපිට 10%ක් ගෙවන්න ඕනේ මේ item එකේ value එකෙන්. ඒ කියන්නේ අර ඉඳපු තඩි ඔස්ට්‍රේලියන් ඩයල් එකේ ඉන්නේ ඒ ඩයල් එක ඉන්වෙන්ටර් කෙනෙක්. ඒ ඉන්වෙන්ටර් ගේ මේ
An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
හරිද? ඒ 10%ක් ගෙවන්න ඕනේ කියලා තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ
Yet another Mr. Robinson is the seller.
තව contract එකක් ඒ වගේද?
Yet Mr. Robinson is the seller. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
මූ 4-5 දෙනෙක්ගෙන්ම උගේ item එකට payment අරන්. නෑ මෙහෙමයි බෑන්ඩ් මොනවද තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න ඕනද? කියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. ඉස්සලම මුන් ට්‍රිප් එකක් යන්න ස්ටේෂන් එකකට යනවා. හරිද? ට්‍රිප් එක යන ස්ටේෂන් එකට ගියාට පස්සේ මචං එකපාරට කෝච්චියක් නැති වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කෝච්චිය එනවා වගේ අර පෙන්නලා එකපාරට නැති වෙනවා මචං. බෑන්ඩ්. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ මුන් කියන්නේ මූ ෂර්ලොක් හෝම්ස් මූ එක රිසර්ච් කරන්න යනවා. හරිද? නෑ කලින් ලයිව් එක වෙනම ස්ටෝරියක්. මර්ඩර් ඔෆ් බ්ලැක් ජැක් ද මොකක්ද බ්ලැක් පීටර්ස් මර්ඩර් කියලා වෙනම ස්ටෝරියක් මචං. මේක අලුත් ස්ටෝරියක්. ස්ටෝරිස් 6ක් තියෙනවා මේ ගේම් එකේ. කලින් ඩෙවිල්ස් ඩොට් එකේ ස්ටෝරි 6ක් තිබ්බ. එහෙම 6 ස්ටෝරිස් යන්නේ. කලින් ලයිව් එකේ වෙනසක් නෑ බා. මේ කියන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ කෝච්චියේ ඒ රිසර්ච් කරන්න යනවා. මේකෙම නුනේ බා. කෝච්චියේ තියෙන සීන් එක ඊට පස්සේ දැන් අර එකේ කෝච්චියේ ඒ ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර් එක කතා කරලා එයාගේ ඒ ට්‍රේන් එකේ මොකද්ද මේවා මොනවද කම්පොසිෂන් එක හොයාගත්තා. ඊට පස්සේ එහෙම දැන් අර එක්කෙනාගෙන් එක්කෙනාට අහන් යන ෂර්ලොක් හෝම්ස් සීන් එක. එහෙම සීන් එකක් තියෙන්න. දැන් ඒ ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර් එකෙන් අපි අහුවා ගිහිල්ලා ට්‍රේන් එකේ කම්පොසිෂන් එක මොකක්ද කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ කිව්වා මේ වැලියුඩ් අයිටම් එකක් තියෙන යකඩ පෙට්ටියක් තිබ්බා කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි තව එයාට ටෙලිග්‍රෑම් එකක් ආවා කියපු ස්ටේෂන් එකට ගියා අපි. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ ස්ටේෂන් එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඒ ස්ටේෂන් එකේ තමයි ඉන්වෙන්ටර් හිටියේ. හරිද? ඒ ඉන්වෙන්ටර් එක කතා කරලා පස්සේ කියනවා මේ මගේ තමයි මැෂින් එක එහෙම කියලා මේ කියනවා. ඊට පස්සේ කේස් එක කියන්නේ ඉන්වෙන්ටර් මචං 6 දිනකින් මචං 6 දිනකින් කොන්ට්‍රැක්ට් අස්සම් කරලා පේමන්ට්ස් අරගෙන ස්පයිටම් එකේ ඇගුලන්ට ඉක්ුණනවා කියලා ඌ ෆ්‍රොඩ් එකක් කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි අර නෝමල් මිනිහත් එක්ක කතා කරේ බං. ඒ නෝමල් මිනිහත් එක්ක කතා කරා නෝමල් මිනිහ කියනවා අපි මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකේදී හැමෝම බැස්සුවා චිලි වල හිටපු බිස්නස් කාර්යෝ ටිකක් ඇරෙන්න කියලා. හරිද? අර තාම පසල්ලක එක තැන්වල පීසස් විතරයි තියෙන්නේ මචං. ෆුල් පික්චර් එක අපිට තාම ක්ලියර් නැහැ. එහෙම සීන් එකක් තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් සැකකාරයෝ කියන්නේ අර මිනිහවත් සැකයි. අර ප්‍රොටෝටයිප් එක 6 දිනකට විකුණපු මිනිහත් සැකයි වංචනික මිනිහා. හරිද? අර මිනිහා කියපු ඩීටේල් එකත් ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. අර කට්ටිය බැස්සුවා චිලි කට්ටිය වැරෙන්න කියන එකත් ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් අපි ක්ලූස් මෙතන මෙන්න මෙහෙම ස්පේස් වල මේ ක්ලූස් තියෙනවා මචං. මේවා දෙකක් එකට ලින්ක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. අන්න මෙන්න මෙහෙම. හරිද? දැන් මෙතන එහෙම එකතු කරාට පස්සේ මචං මේ චිලි කට්ටිය කෝච්චියේ මගේ අරුණ එක ඇක්සිඩන්ට් එකක්ද නැත්නම් හිතලමද තැරි. මං හිතන්නේ හිතලම තැරිය කියලා. හේතුව චිලි වල ඉන්න ලොකුම බිස්නස්මන්ලා සෙට් එක මචං කෝච්චිය එක මතක වෙලා එන්නේ නෑනේ. හරිද? දැන් මෙතන කියනවා රොබින්සන්ස් මොටිව්. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ කියනවා the loss of the prototype will bring a lot of easy money to Mr. Robinson thanks to the insurance and multiple fraudulent exclusive contracts. The loss of the machine disaster for Mr. Robinson. Even though he planned this fraud, he has lost far more than he could gain. The insurance will not cover the total cost of prototype. මොකද මම හිතන්නේ මේක තමයි රොබින්සන් is victim කියන එක හරියම මචං. හේතුව 50% දක්වා තමයි මචං මේකෙන් ගෙවන්නේ. ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් එකෙන් ගෙවන්නේ. පොඩ තමයි අර මිනිස්සුන්ගෙන් හම්බෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒක නිසා මුට සම්පූර්ණ එක හම්බෙනකොට පට්ට වාසි. ඒක නිසා තමයි මම මේක කියලා හිතන්නේ. Let's see තව බූස් වලින් අපිට තව මොනවද හම්බෙන්නේ කියලා. Okay guys, අන්න තමයි දැනට වෙච්ච දේවල් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
මෙහෙම දැන් හොය යන්න තියෙන්නේ දැන්. මේ දැන් වලට එහෙම හැමතැනම හොය යන්න තියෙන්නේ. ක්ලූස් වලට. මෙතන තියෙනවා ටාගට්. සෝ අපිට දැන් තියෙන්නේ ඊළඟ චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් ස්ටේෂන් එකට යන්න. අපි චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් ස්ටේෂන් එකට යන්න. චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් ට්‍රේන් ස්ටේෂන් කියන එක. දැන් අපිට මේකට ගියාට පස්සේ
This bin is full of empty bottles.
A fishing advertisement.
This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me. This Robinson fellow seems...
A telegraph.
Morse code.
I had thought...
දැන් ඊට පස්සේ අර අතන ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර් කිව්වා මචං මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකෙන් unclear telegram එකක් ආවා කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ type errors typing errors තියෙන හැම unclear telegram එකක් ආවා කියලා. ඒක නිසා අපි දැන් මෙතනට ආව බලන්න.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Telegram එකේ typo
The
ඇතිලා දෙලා
1872 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
අපි බලමු මුගේ character portrait එක. character portrait එකෙන් මචං කියන්නේ මූ කවුද කින්ද මන්ද ඒ විස්තර ටික කරනවා. red nose මූ බීලා ඉන්නේ. හරිද? clean clothes. married. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ ඕකේ තමයි detail හොයන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මොනවද? alcohol flask එකක් තියෙනවා. fishing line. okay.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here.
Okay,
You have to send a telegram each time a train arrives at departs.
ඒකත් මාර ලස්සන ස්ටෝරියක් අර ඩෙවිල්ස් ඩෝට කියලා සීරීස් එකක් තිබ්බා මේ මගේ channel එකේ තියෙන
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
දැන් ඊට පස්සේ මූ කියනවා මූ හරියට වැඩේ කරා කියලා. හරිද? I clearly remember that train. උනට තෝ
You
බීලා
were
හිටියේ.
not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
The train passed through Chesterfield station despite being unsure of the master sent the report. The train never passed station. The station master was drunk and his testimony seems unreliable. He could have sent the report without witnessing the train. මට හිතෙන්නේ train එකක් යන සද්දේ සහ ඒ දේවල් මචං මිස් වෙන්න බෑනේ නේ. ඌ ගියා කිව්වා කියනකොට නිකන් බීලා හිටියට ගියා කියලා හිතන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Okay, lock picking session. Station එක පොඩ්ඩක් අපි හොයලා බලමු. Scratches.
Bags were recently dragged here.
Oh, අද මේක ස්ටෝරි එකක් ඉවර කරලා මම try කරන්නේ ඊළඟ ස්ටෝරි එකක් ඉවර කරන්න.
French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
මූ හොරෙන් බඩු උස්සනවා.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Okay.
Railway a handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little...
දැන් ෆේක් ට්‍රේන් එක්ස්පෙරිමන්ට් කියලා එක්ස්පෙරිමන්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා මම හිතන්නේ මේ මෙන්න මේ කරත්තේ හදන්න තියෙන
I should use the appropriate object. I should use the appropriate.
Okay. Okay, that one not the item.
I should use.
මෙන්න මෙතන wooden base කියලා තියෙනවා. එතනට මේ ලියාහන් පස්සේ වැඩි හරි. ඒකයි ක්ලික් වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ දන්නේ බලමු පොඩ්ඩක්. අපි මේක skip කරා කියලා ක්ලික් කරව මේ එතකොට අර
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
අම්මඩ සිරි වෙලා තියෙන සිද්ධිය කියන්න. අර උඹට මතකද මේ කට්ටියට මතකද අර ලයිව් එකේ අර පටන් ගත්තේ මචං කෝච්චියක් ඇවිල්ලා එකපාරට වැනිෂ් වෙලා ගිහින් මචං එතනට ඇත්තට කෝච්චියක් ඇවිල්ලා නේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන අපි මේ දැන් හදපු ගැජට් එක
Be patient,
ඒ
Watson. I
ගැජට් එක
haven't
ආවා
finished yet. Try using your imagination.
ලයිට් එක ඕෆ්
Our
කරා ගැජට් එක ගලවගෙන
train
ගියා.
requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
හෙඩ්ලයිට් එකයි ස්ටීම් විසල් එකයි. ඕ හරිද? මේ තියෙන හෙඩ්ලයිට් එක. ස්ටීම් විසල් එකක් තියෙනවා ඉතින්. ඔය අයිටම් දෙක හයි කරාම කෝච්චිය වගේ තමයි ඉතින් අර අපි දැක්කේ. හරිද මචං? හෙඩ්ලයිට් එකයි ස්ටීම් විසල් එක විතරනේ.
I need something long for that.
දිග පොල්ලක් තිබ්බද කොහෙද? අවෙති.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight.
හෙඩ්ලයිට් එක මෙතනට
The
සෙට් වෙනවා.
headlight is attached.
හරිද?
The steam whistle is now
ස්ටීම් විසල් එක කොහොම
connected.
සෙට් කරනවා?
It is
ඔය
elementary,
තියෙන
my
ට්‍රේන්
dear
එක.
Watson.
අපි දැකපු ට්‍රේන්
We
එක.
shall need a fire extinguisher.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle?
It is elementary.
ෆයර් එක්ස්ටින්ගිෂර් එකක් වාගන්න. තියෙන්නේ
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used.
ඔය තියෙන්නේ
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected.
okay.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
ඒ තියෙන මචං මයින්ඩ් මැප් එකක් හරියද? ඒ තියෙන මයින්ඩ් මැප් එක Sherlock Holmes ගේ ඔය ටික තමයි ක්ලූස් එකතු වුණාම පස්සේ එතනින් තමයි එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි දැන් හොයන්න යන්නේ. ඔරිජිනල් ට්‍රේන් එක නැත් කොහෙද ඔරිජිනල් ට්‍රේන් එකට මොකද උනේ කියලා. මේ බඩු දාගෙන මේ තියෙන මේ ස්ටේෂන්. ඒ ලවුන්ජ් එක. බඩු ටිකක් තියෙනවා. අතර අර ලට්ට පට්ට තියෙනවා ඒ ටික වගේ. Okay.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and
පළවෙනි ඊටම මේ පල්ලෙහාම තියෙන ස්ටේෂන් එක තමයි කතා කරේ. දැන් ඊට පස්සේ උඩම එකට ආවා, ඊට පස්සේ එකට ආවා. Nottingham එකට ආවා, ඊට පස්සේ අර මේ තියෙන ඊළඟට තියෙන කලු ඩොට් එකට ආවා.
Evesham station.
හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ තව තැන් තුනක් චෙක් කරන්න තියෙනවා. කියන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අපි මැප් එක මෙන්න මේ Evesham කියන ස්ටේෂන් එකේදී තමයි අර කෝච්චිය නැති වුනේ. මෙන්න මෙතනද හරියට. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ අපි Bridlington කියන එකට ආවා. ඊට පස්සේ මේ චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් කියන එකට ආවා. දැන් අපි මේ චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් කියන එකේ ඉන්නේ. චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් එකයි ඊව්ෂම් එකයි අතරේ මෙන්න මෙතනදී රේල්වේ ස්විච් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මෙන්න මෙතන තව ස්ටේෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා. සහ ඊට පස්සේ ඊව්ෂම් ස්ටේෂන් එකට පිටිපස්සේ තව පොඩි ට්‍රැක් එකක් තියෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ බ්‍රිඩ්ලින්ග්ටන් කියන එකයි චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් එක කියන එක අතරේ පොඩි රේල්වේ ස්විච් කියන වෙන පොඩි පාරක් තියෙනවා. මේ මේවට කොහේ හරි යන. හරිද? ඒ ටික තමයි බලන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන වතුර ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. බ්ලා 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 එහෙම තමයි තියෙන එක. මෙන්න මෙතනදී තමයි නැති වුනේ. දැන් මෙතනදී නැති වුණේ අපි අර අටෝපු ලට්ට පට්ට අයිටම්. හරිද? නැති වුණේ අර ලට්ට පට්ට අයිටම් එක මෙතන. හරිද? දැන් අපි මෙන්න මෙතනයි සර්ච් කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන සර්ච් කරන්න නම් අපි යනවා මෙන්න මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකට. මෙතන සර්ච් කරන්න මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකට යනවා. මේ රේල්වේ ස්විච් එකට මෙන්න යන්න ඕනේ. ඔය තුන විෂන්ස් ටික තමයි දැන් තියෙන්නේ. Examine the side railway branch at Evesham. Examine the side railway branch that leads to Galkori මේ පතලකට යන්නේ. At the station located between Chesterfield and Evesham. Chesterfield එකයි Evesham එක අතර තියෙන මෙන්න මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකේ මෙන්න මේ පතලට යන අයිටම් එක හොයන්න. මෙතන තඩි පතලක්. හරිද? ඒක හොයන්න ඕනේ. මේ රේල්වේ ස්විච් එක ගැන හොයන්න ඕනේ. මේක හොයන්න. කොයි එකද මුලින් කරන්නේ? කොයි එක කරත් එච්චරයි ඉතින්. අපි රේල්වේ ස්විච් එකට යමු. Examine the railway switch. මෙතන ඉහට යන්න බෑ. මෙතන මේ ස්විච් එක තියෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ ස්විච් එක.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ පැත්තට කෝච්චිය ඩිරෙක්ට් කරන්න උනත් පුළුවන්කමක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. මේ පැත්ත
Mines.
පතල් වලට
This is interesting.
කෝච්චිය මෙහෙම ඇවිල්ලා පතලකට හරවලා යවන්නත් පුළුවන්.
It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
කරලා අර බේබද්ද ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර් තියෙන ස්ටේෂන් එකේදී අර වගේ ලට්ටපට්ට අයිටම් එක හදලා මේව කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. අපි පතරට යන්.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
ඒක තමයි පතර චෙක්
This
කරන්න.
is an administrative panel. See what it says.
This is an information sign. It might contain... Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs. Might I borrow yours?
And where is your own?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Very well. Here it is.
Coal mine එක. WEA Coal Company.
WEA Coal. These mines belong to them.
Vehicle signs.
There is a wooden beam. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting. The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches. A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely
Empty
surprised.
place.
It's difficult to
Traces on the
follow.
ground. Missing rails.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Dismantled. Okay. Collapsed mine. Pieces of stone. Paper package. Box paper.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. Let us look in. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Dynamite.
Package එක dynamite package එක. Mines were blasted. Collapse වෙන්න හේතුව ඒකද? ඕක ඔය දන්න පසිය කියලා නෙමෙයි දාන් හිටියේ පසිය කියලා බා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි පසිය කියන එක මේ පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා බුලී කරා ඊට පස්සේ තමයි පසිය කියලා දාන්නේ. The mines were collapsed to hide the train. අර මේකේ එක possibility එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ train එක අතනින් හරවලා අර හරවන්න පුළුවන් item එකකින් හරවලා mine එකකට යවලා ඒ mine එක collapse කරනවා. මිනිසුන් ඇතුලේ තියලා ඒ chili set එක මරලා දාන්න කවුරු හරි. එහෙම වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted them to close them intentionally. එහෙමනොත් චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් පාස් කරා වෙන්න බෑ. චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් පාස් සැබොටාජ් වෙන්න වෙන්නේ. අපි ඒක සැබොටාජ් කියලා හිතමු. මං හිතනවා චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් පාස් කරා කියලා. හේතුව බීලා හිටපු ඩයල්ලක් වුණත් කෙලවෙන්නම් බීලා හිටපු ඩයල් එකකට වුණත් මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ කෝච්චි එකේ සද්දේ. චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් පාස් කරා විය යුතුයි. ඕකේ. මොනවා හරි මේ හරිය හොයන්න තියෙනවා.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Mine guard house එක. Mailbox එකක්.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
පහක් තියෙන කෑලි. Nice.
The Mexican company Caracal
Caracal.
and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
The new installation of WEA called security personnel. We inform you that representative of Barcasa's group granted free access from now on. This company is the future owner of the mines. Also, starting from today, no trespassing rule is upheld against the representative of Carcael. This contract has been cancelled. Do not provide any explanation. This information is confidential. Okay, train එකේ මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? train එකේ valuable දේවල් දෙකක් තියෙනවා මචං. දෙකක් තිබ්බා. එකක් චිලි ඒ රටේ මචං rich dialect එකක් ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. rich family එකක් ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. අනිත් ඉඳලා tie අර ලස්සන කියන්නේ අර ඉතාලි ඔස්ට්‍රේලියානු කාරයෙක් හිටියේ. ඒ යකාගේ valuable invention එකක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. ඔය දෙක තමයි තිබිලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ දෙකෙන් මං හිතන්නේ මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යෝයි මෙක්සිකන් බර්කාසාසත කවුද කියලා ඉන්නේ මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යෝයි පොඩ එන්න මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යෝයි අරුන් අතරයි මොකක් හරි කේස් එකක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යෝයි අරුණුයි අතරේ චිලි කාර්යෝයි අතරේ පතල අස්සට දාලා වැහුව වෙන්න බෑ දැන් ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යොන්ටයි මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යොන්ටයි චිලි කාර්යෝයි දෙගොල්ලම මේ පතල ඕන් කරන්න කියන්නේ මේ පතල බයි කරන්න ඕනකම තිබිලා තියෙනවා. හරිද? හැබැයි චිලි කාර්යෝ කලින් සල්ලි ගෙවලා චිලි කාර්යෝ කලින් සල්ලි ගෙවලා මේ පතල බයි කරලා තියෙනවා. හරිද? ෆියුචර් ඕනර්ස් විදියට. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් මෙක්සිකන් කට්ටියත් බයි කරන්න ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ මේ පතලට දාලා වැහුවා වෙන්න බෑ. මොකද එතකොට මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යන්ට පතල ගන්න බෑ. හැබැයි මෙක්සිකන් කාර්යන්ට ගන්න බැරි නිසා මේ පතල විනාශක සැබොටාජ් කරා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙමත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපි පොඩ්ඩක් යන් චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් වලට. චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් වලට ගිහිල්ලා චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් වල තියෙන අර මේ මඩි අයිටම් ටිකක් තිබ්බනේ. ඒ මඩි අයිටම් ගැන අපි ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර්ගෙන් අහලා බලමු. අර බේබතු ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර්ගෙන්. මඩි අයිටම් ටිකක් තියලා තිබ්බ මේ ඩර්ටි.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me.
Hi,
They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Workers?
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
මුට බොණ්ඩ දීලා උන්. ඒ වර්කර්ස්ලා ටික මුට බොණ්ඩ දීලා. මොකක් හරි එතන හොරයක් දීලා. මූ කැරි වේවත්ද කියලා දැනගෙන බොණ්ඩ දීලා මොනවා හරි. මෙන්න මේ මඩි අයිටම් ටික මෙන්න මෙතන මේ තියෙන මඩ ගෑවිච්ච අයිටම් ටික බොරෝ කරපු උන්. මෙන්න මේ ටික. Okay. Use the telegraph to discover more about the WEA call company. Examine side branches. Evesham. මෙන්න මෙතන අපි සර්ච් කරමු. Evesham station එකේ තියෙන side branch එක බලමු. මේ පැත්තේ නේ තියෙන්නේ. මේකද? මේ පැත්තට යන්න බෑද? බෑනේ. මෙහෙට යන්නත් බෑ. මෙතන තමයි.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
විශේෂ කෙනෙක් මන් දන්නේ නැහැ. බලමු. හොඳ ගේම් මන් නම් දන්නේ නැහැ. මේ ගේම් එක පට්ටද නැද්ද කියලා. බලමු. මට හත් වෙනිදාන් පස්සේ අලුත් ස්පයිඩර්මෑන් ගේම් අලුත් එක නෙමෙයි. ස්පයිඩර්මෑන් ගේම් එක කියන්න පුළුවන් අර පරණම ස්පයිඩර්මෑන් ගේම් එක කියන්නේ. ස්පයිඩර්මෑන් PS4 එකට ආවේ. මේ ගේම් එක. බලමු අපි. මොකද්ද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ? ටීයා කරොබල මල්ටිපල් ට්‍රැක්ස්. Heavy vehicle traces.
Let's take a closer look.
Closer look.
The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
Evesham town එකට යන්න. මේ බිල්ඩින්ගම කඩලා අරන් ගියපු බඩු තියෙනවා. මේ වහල එක කෑල්ලක් තියෙනවා මේ බිල්ඩින්ගම කඩලා තියෙනවා. ඕකේ දැන් අපි සර්ච් කරලා ඉවරයි. නෑ තව තියෙනවා.
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
තව මොනවද මෙතන බලන්න තියෙන්නේ?
What should we do next, Holmes?
ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර් එක්ක ගිහිල්ලා කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. මං හිතන්නේ එහෙම සීන් එකක්. ට්‍රේන් එක කුඩු කරා වෙන්න බෑ බං.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few hundred feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
රේල්වේ කෑලි 4. ඒ කියන්නේ සිල්පර කොටන් වගේ අයිටම් ටිකක් තිබිලා තියෙන්නේ ඒකේ. සිල්පර කොටන් ටිකක් උස්සලා තියෙනවා. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Past වෙනවා වෙන්න බෑ. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. එහෙම වෙන්න බෑනේ. මේක මොකක් හරි තව ක්ලූස් ටිකක් අපිට හොයාගත්තාම තව දෙයක් මොන හරි වෙයි. බලමු. දැනට අපි and then මෙතන කතා කරන්න දෙයක් examine the side railway branch at the leads to Corrie section between Chesterfield and Evesham. Chesterfield and Evesham අතර තියෙන මෙන්න මෙතනට යන්න අපි. Substation එක.
What should we do next, Holmes?
මෙතන ඇතුළට යන්න අපි. ගිහලා ඉන්න මිනිස්සුන්ගේ character portrait එකක් ගමු. Mexican කාරෙක්. Mexican කාරෙක්. මූ Mexican කාරෙක්. මූ Mexican කාරෙක් shape එක කැපුණා.
Character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
කොහෙද ගියේ? කෙරියකෝ. කො. කතා කරන්න බෑද? සිගරට් එක බීටි සිගාරය. ඇන්ඩ්‍රු ටේට් දන්නේ. What color is your Bugatti?
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
What color is your Bugatti, මචං? මේක අර එක පික්චර් එකක් විදිහට හදන්න තියෙන්නේ. Nice.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Expensive cigar. බලමු තව මොනවද තියෙන්නේ. Ashtray එකක්. Pieces of burnt paper.
This ashtray is... Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the
And
Chileans.
chili set එකක් තිබ්බ.
A green... These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
ටික කාලයකට කලින්.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days
මට
at
එතන මෙක්සිකන්
Doncaster
කාරයා මොකක් හරි
Station.
ගේමක් දෙන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ chili set එකට.
This ashtray is for...
chili set එකට මොකක් හරි ගේමක් දෙන්න මූ plan එකක් ගහලා තියෙනවා. මොකක් හරි එහෙම scene එකක් මම හිතන්නේ. මට මතක. මම මේ කලින් ගහලා තියෙන එහෙම scene එකක් තමයි මට මතක.
Newspaper articles on horse racing.
race ticket.
Betting slips. Betting. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used...
Station master. ඔට්ටු දාලා පෙරදිච්ච ඩයල්ල. මෙතන අපි Mycroft කතා කරමු.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the W. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WA coal mine. Second, they are Mexican carrier, Chile carrier. Then not WA coal mine. WA coal mine. Gun down. The Mexican Caracal Construm had established an initial deal. The Mexican set එක කලින් deal එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. අර papers උත් හදලා ඔක්කොම අන්තිම මොහොතේ Chile set එක ඇවිල්ලා connections පාවිච්චි කරලා ඒක අරගෙන. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි එතන වලියක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ පන්දලට වලියක්. ඔක්කොම fucked up වුණානේ බම්. රතු වුණා. රතු කියන්නේ වැරදි කියන එක. මැච් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. බෑ ග්‍රජ් එකක් තියෙනවා වෙන්න ඕනේ. මොකක් හරි තව clues හම්බෙයි පස්සේ. දැනට අපි
A telegraph.
දැනට අපි conclusions වලට එන්න නැතුව යමු. මට හිතෙනවා නේ පොඩි කොස්සක් වගේ නිකන්. මේක ඇත්තටම මතකත් නැහැ මහලු. racing tickets cigar එක ගැන ඩයලොග් කතා කරද්දී අපිට රේල්වේ ස්විච් එක බලන්න යන්නත් තියෙනවා. අපි මේ ස්ටේෂන් එකට පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්වෙස්ටිගේට් කරමු. මේ වොට්සන්
What should we do next, Holmes?
අපි එළියට
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
විතර ඩයල් එකක් කියන කතා කරලා බලමු ස්ටේෂන් මාස්ටර්ද.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
missing buttons. Button එක missing. ඒ කියන්නේ rich as fuck නෙමෙයි. ring mark එකක් තියෙනවා ring යන්නේ නැහැ divorce. No watch. Station master කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months
ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
Horse racing tickets.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine. Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Oh, station master සැකසහිතයි. Find the man who is smoking cigars in the Doncaster waiting hall. Inspect the beach area around the lake. Examine the Doncaster railway station for suspicious details and clues. Examine the side railway branch at Leeds. Okay. What the fuck? Evesham එකයි chest. මෙතන beach එක බලන්න මේ ටික ඔක්කොම flood වෙලා. අපි පොඩ්ඩක් මේක සර්ච් කරලා බලමු. ස්ටේෂන් එක පොඩ්ඩක්. Luggage compartment.
Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master.
Cornwall Advocate Agency, Main Road, BR6, Bloomley, London. In reply to your last warning letter, I wish to assure that I shall soon honor all the latest installments that I need to pay, according to my debts. Yours faithfully, Edward Duff.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
My darling, I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without missing. That is your wish. Simp! Please know that I still care about and hope that you'll forgive me one day, despite all of the harm that I caused in recent years. Your Edward. Simp! Okay. The train passed through Doncaster station, the station master reported. I don't think so. The train never passed through Doncaster station. The station master lied to send a false report. Perhaps bribed. He was fucking bribed. I'm sure of that. I'm fairly sure of that. Let's see. I'm fairly sure of that. Let's see. Let's see how it happens. Beach area around the lake. Find the man who smokes cigars. Are Mexican car කොහෙද දන්න ඉන්නේ? Mexican buah ඉඳී. Buah ඉන්නවා.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really?
Kaatawa.
It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
පොయ్ය කෙලින් දෙවා ඉතින් පොయ్ය. පැන යන්න කියලා හිතගෙන අපි ආවෝ කියලා. Strong build, smart clothes, wrinkles. Martial arts. Expensive cigar.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Cigar. Gosa. Mexican cigar.
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros. Where did you arrive yesterday? They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very
Sus.
friendly man, and
Sus, macam sus. Monkey. Mexicans are angry. The Mexican organized the Chileans stay on the trains. That's why they control and removed all passengers except for the Chileans. Monkey. The Mexican Caracal company held a grudge against the Chilean Barcasas group. The Chileans were favored for purchasing the WA coal mines despite the Mexican preliminary sales. Contract එක කලින් ගහලා තිබ්බද අරුන් contract පාවිච්චි කරලා මෙයා කරානේ. කේස් එකක් දාලා ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ. කේස් එකේ ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ. සීන්. අපි තව කුඩු අනිත් ක්‍රිය එකක් join කරන්න පුළුවන් දැන්. Flooded කරේ නේ. බෑ. Now, තව මොනවද තියෙන්නේ missions? Inspect the beach area. Examine the side railway branch leads to quarry at the station. මතක විදියට යන්න දී පුළුවන්.
This railway branch. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Okay. අතන අරකින් හරවන්න පුළුවන්ද දන්නේ.
The switch is rusted, but it's...
මං කිව්වේ මෙහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Somebody stole the rail to cover the missing flooded quarry. එතකොට හරි. එතකොට සීන් එක හරි. මං කිව්වේ මට මොකක් හරි සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක තමයි හොයන්නේ ට්‍රේන් එකට මොකද උනේ කියලා. අපි එතනත් සර්ච් කරා inspect the beach area. මෙතන beach area කියන එකට යන්න ඕනද?
Here we are at the beach that is located near the... These traces were made by a carriage. Look. The vehicle pressed... Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
අර ලොරිය වගේ. අර චෙස්ටර්ෆීල්ඩ් යටම තිබ්බ ස්ටේෂන් එකේ තිබ්බ ලොරිය වගේ.
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
The train could have been sunk in the flooded quarry at cannot be sunk. The train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the oil railway that මං හිතන්නේ sunk. මොකද මට හිතෙන්නේ අදතන මඩුවේ තිබ්බා කිව්වනේ සිල්පර කොටන්. මෙතන ඒ සිල්පර කොටන් ටිකයි මෙතන තිබ්බ අර මේ සිල්පර කොටන් ටිකයි අර පතලේ තිබ්බ සිල්පර කොටන් ටිකයි එකට පටවගෙන හොරකම් කරා කියලා අරන් යනවා ඇති. මාට් උනත් එතකොට කියන්නේ ඊව්ෂම් ස්ටේෂන් එකකින් උස්සපු බඩු කියලානේ. එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
This place was abandoned fairly recently.
Stagecoach.
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached. An abandoned gypsy caravan. An advertisement for lake cruises.
ඇඩ් එකක් තිබිලා. තා මොන හරි මේ හැටි තියෙනවා. Metal plate tag, nice. Got the LAS Zarpas.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Zarpas. ලස්සර් පස්සේ ආකයිව් එකේ බලන්න වෙනවා අපිට. अब मैं क्या skip करूँ काम में लिबा Lazar Pass are leaders in heavy goods transportation. Lazar Pass label belongs to the Mexican control of Caracal like තමයි ඒ අර boat to service එක. Who are covering shipping, electricity service, mine. Has been sunk in the flooded quarry. Mexican drowned Chileans. එහෙම වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Inhumanly towards the Chileans have cost many lives. We must act quickly. Contact Lestrade and allow the police to perform their loud and swift justice, even the risk of conflict. The criminal organization suggests this cannot be confronted directly. Delicate approach give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict, even though it might be protected and turned. මං හිතන්නේ මේක තමයි සිද්ධිය. නෑ බයි ස්කිප් කරේ බං එතන ඒ ડોකියුමන්ට් එකක් හොයන්න තියෙනවා ආකයිව් ඒ අපි මෙඩල් එක හම්බෙලා ඒ ලස්සර් පාස් කියලා තියෙන මේ
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I
ලස්සර්
shall
පාස් කියන
require
වචනේ හොයන
assistance
ගමන්
for the arrests.
ආකයිව්
There
එකේ
were
මෙහෙට යන්න ඕනේ.
accomplices.
පත්තර
but I
newspaper
know that
articles
You have your own
encyclopedia
ideas.
සරමේවා තියෙනවා ඒ
What
වස්තු
are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved and we shall be heading home. And may we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalist will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
මුව ගොනා කරා. අර එක්කෙනෙක් බේරුණා කිව්වම ඌව මරන්න මොකක් හරි ප්ලෑන් එකක් දැම්මුන් ගෙදියා.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Okay, nice. Conclusion එක හරි. Clues 23 23ක් හොයාගෙන තිනවා. Moral choice එක මේක. Nice. සියට 72ක් මිනිස්සු හරියට තීරණය අරන් තියෙනවා. මගේ choice එක අරන් මගේ moral choice එක අරන් තියෙනවා 62ක් මිනිස්සු. Okay. Good to know. Blood bath කියන මිෂන් එක අපි ගහන්නේ.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated.
D එක බලන්න.
The pupil.
මොනවද මතව තියෙන්නේ?
The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heart.
මොකද්ද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ? Measure the pulse rate by counting the heartbeats for 10 seconds.
I need. I. I need.
මොකද්ද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ? 2යි 3යි 4යි 5යි 6යි 7යි 8යි.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Okay.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and Datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Okay.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Security කෙනෙක් ඉන්න security කෙනෙක්ට ගිහලා කතා කරන්න තියෙනවා අපි බලමු security කෙනෙක් කතා කරලා.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Light wrinkles. Scissors cut. Holmes himself lives alone. Uma konde kapa gannawa kiyala kiyanne. Scratched full of fastidious. Shiny buttons. Manchester City. Telegram sent today. Okay.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night?
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived.
and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
පරණ රෝමන් බාත්යක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක නිකන් රෝමන් කාලේ තිබ්බ බාත්යක්.
These clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
Champagne bottle.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Champagne for a special occasion. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
මේක තමයි steam room එකනේ. Okay.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Let's examine the body.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Okay.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Okay.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
It's horrible. I found him. I don't want to stay here.
I mean, if you have to interrogate...
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave?
Glasses.
One lens.
Glass.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Okay.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something. It is too hot. Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible.
I feel ill. It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
WA කියන්නේ Western Australia.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
What more do I have to see steam section? That's it. Blood.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Okay. අපිට lab tests දෙකක් තියෙනවා. dialogue දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ දෙක කරලා. එතන investigate
Mr.
කරලා
Holmes, I should like to take
මේක
the
මරුවා
suspects to the
game
yard.
එකක් මේ කියන්නේ.
You can interrogate them there. Any
Okay, devil
objections?
daughter කියලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මීටත් වඩා පට්ට.
None, Lestrade. How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now,
character profile එක
which
හදනකොට අපිට
Gregory
click කරන්න
gave to
දෙන
me.
දේ ඒක තීරණ ගන්න
So,
තියෙනවා character
this
profile
morning
එක.
you
ඒක මාර
opened
game
the steam room, and
Super
then
game. ඒක
I
බලන්න.
put the key
ඒක
inside
මීට
my
වඩා
desk,
ලස්සනයි.
but when they
මේ
called, I
stories.
couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't
මම
know
ඒක
where it
මේක මම
is.
එක සැරයක් ගහලා දෙන්න මේක
did you
download
leave
කරේවා
the
මට
baths at any
data නෑ
time or
Spider-Man game එක
receive
download
any
කරන්න දැන්
visitors?
මාතේ.
No, sir.
ලබන
I
මාස
did
අපට
not.
7 වෙනිදා තමයි මචං data in left work.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you? No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
අනිත් දොරවලදී මොනවද තියෙන්නේ?
Tools used by archaeologists. I will need these.
tongs. අර මේ tongs වලින් අර ගන්න පුළුවන් ඇති. අර ඇතුලේ තිබ්බ මොකක් හරි යකඩ ගැල්ලක් ඔයත් තිබ්බේ. ඒක ගන්න පුළුවන් ඇති. shield එකක් තියෙනවා.
Archaeological findings.
The metal plate, besides its archaeological appears to be part of something larger. To the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what it might be.
A shape.
That's it, I guess. Table. මේ table එක බලමු. Newspapers. ඒ වල නැහැ යකි වල.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. It is a glass. A glass plate negative is missing.
Okay.
Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
මෙතන බං ඉස්සර රෝමේ තිබ්බ සිරාම බාත්‍යක් හරිද ඒක අර රෙනොවේට් කරලා බාත්‍යක් විදියට මේන්ටේන් කරනවා එහෙම සීන් එකක් තියෙන මට තේරෙන විදියට අර බ්‍රේසියස් වලින් මෙයා කළා රෝමන් ටයිප්
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
මට සිද්ධිය Ari.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Okay.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We should the belonging of the victims and the witnesses examining the Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard එකට ගිහිල්ලා මෙයා වැඩක් තියෙනවා. Suspects are at the Scotland Yard and ready for interrogation. ඒක කරන්න තියෙනවා. Find them. වැඩ කීපයක්ම තියෙනවා මේ එහෙම අපිට බ්‍රේසිය එකට ගාවලා යන්න පුළුවන් බ්‍රේසිය එක ගාවට යන්න මේ එක්සිට් එක මම හිතන්නේ නෑ මේ බ්‍රේසිය එකට යන්න
I should analyze this melted metal.
Scotland Yard එකට interrogation නෑ අපි උන්ගේ belongings ටික Scotland Yard එකේ check කරලා Baker Street එකට ගිහලා analysis ටිකක් තියෙනවා කරන්න ඒක කරලා ඇවිල්ලා interrogation එතකොට වාසිය
A hand
map එකක්
Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may the last page. We must find a way of retrieving so to begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. And then to gently smudge the leftover.
Today I almost found it. The date will go down in history. Okay. මොකක් හරි හොයාගෙන දින ගොල්ලා.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner. But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Okay.
Well,
Double pan.
This ring.
Or engraving.
An Egyptian. I see the join. This ring was repaired and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. An old and
rather dirty coin. Okay. ටික බැලුවා. Is it the interest that represents requires situation paths to be changed for the better? At this present time, the vegetarian excavations remain under your direction, and yet works have not been progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the Frigidarium accessible to the public. The Frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within next 2 months. You have remained time to conclude the archaeological research, and you found yourself
an ordinary. When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon him. A file.
It's the...
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim.
Okay.
Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
මෝචරි බොඩි එක චෙක් කරන්න
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Okay. Curved knife a murder weapon. Okay. අපි දැන් යන් බේකර් ස්ට්‍රීට් එකට ගිහලා ලැබ් ටෙස්ට් වගේක් තියෙනවා ලැබ් ටෙස්ට් ටික කරලා ඉන්ටර්ගේෂන් එකට කලින් මොකද නැත්නම් ලැබ් ටෙස්ට් ටික කරලා හම්බ වෙන ඩීටේල් ආයෙ වෙල ඉන්ටර්ගේට් කරන්න. එතකොට නට්ටෙත්. අපි ලැබ් ටෙස්ට් ටික කරලා වෙල එකපාර ඉන්ටර්ගේෂන් එක කරමු. එතකොට සෙක්සි. මේ ලැබ් ටෙස්ට් 3යි ඩයලොග් 4යි මේකත් ඩයලොග් එකක්. මේක ආකයිව් ආකයිව් එකේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා බෝරින් වැඩේ කරලා මේක ස්කිප් කරන්න හම්බ වෙනවා.
That is not.
තව ටිකේ ස්කිප් කරන්න එනවා එතකොට හරි.
That is not the one I need.
In 1893 කියලා තියෙනවා. අපි ඒක කොහෙද? 1893 මෙන්න මේක.
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Ben Cleffel's mummy. The great excavation in Essone has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Barbara directed archaeological work. The mummy was found within an included eye. It posted an unusual position. The right hand was tense and if branching out something to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the blah blah blah. Lab එකේ ටෙස්ට් එක කරමු.
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region,
මොකක් හරි white
located
clay
near the city
region
of St.
එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ
Albans.
region එකේ තමයි scene එක වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Analyze blood. අපි blood sample
Let us
එකක් ගත්තා.
analyze
blood
this blood
sample එක
sample.
analyze කරමු.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Hydrogen peroxide එකක් අරගෙන දාමු.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
ඒක තමයි මම හිතන්නේ ගල්වල නැත්තේ. Analyzed metal.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of
pipette එක ගන්න pipette එක acid වලින් දාලා chemistry මචං chemistry මචං සිල්ල
the reaction is the same red.
Okay. දැන් ලොකු deductions ටිකක් කරන්න වෙනවා. Moisture. The presence of water is due to the humid atmosphere caused by the stream. The person's water in the blood is an unexpected clue. It must be somehow linked to the murder process. මම හිතන්න එච්චර يعني blood එක coagulant agent වැඩ කරන්නේ නැති වෙන්න තරම් කියන්නේ unexpected මචං. දැනට කරන්න පුළුවන් එච්චරයි. ස්ටීම් එක නිසා වෙන්න බෑ. මේ ටික ඔක්කොම තියෙන ස්කොට්ලන්ඩ් යාඩ් එකට. ස්කොට්ලන්ඩ් යාඩ් එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඉන්ටරිගේෂන්ස් කරමු.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
In there? Okay. අපි මේක බලමු. Badly shaven. Eye bags ඒ කියන්නේ නිදි මරලා දින කොල්ලා. ගේම කෙනෙක්ද කො. Precipitation. Perspiration. Dirty clothes. Protective amulet. Hamster's hands. Suspicious.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researchers. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then, you know, this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but, oh...
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
What a Mongol.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot, I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare.
So the
it
knife
all happened so fast.
The
knife was shining like gold.
තුමැරියට පස්සේ මචං පැත්තම පේන්නේ නැති වෙන්න තරම් කරවලයි කියන්නේ කරවල නෙමෙයි අර තුම හින්දා පේන්නේ නැති තරම් මේවනේ බං.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
Possible silver weapon. ඒ කියන්නේ silver weapon silver කරපු knife එකකින් මරලා ඒ knife එක අර brazier එකට දාලා. මොකද brazier එක Celsius 900ට වඩා වැඩි. එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
Please escort this suspect.
Adde.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is...
Percival Blinkhorn. Okay. Focus look. Attentive. Dusty. Shabby worker, not wealthy. Okay. Dirt. Recent earthwork.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
So today.
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other.
What
did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being...
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
Nope. මේකේ තිබ්බා මේ Bitkins letter එකේ තිබ්බා තව
This
මාසයක්
letter
ඇතුළත කරේ නැත්තම්
reveals
කියලා
that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Okay. Got the drug.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Okay.
Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with...
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mouth shape. Display. කට ඇද කරන් ඉන්නේ කෙරිය. තඩි මේකක්. Dolce. Man of wealth. Arrogant look. Okay.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Garrow තමයි කලින් දැකලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious. Authoritarian. Unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Work progress. නෑ වැරදුනා මට උඩේ ක්ලික් කරන්න ඕනේ.
Rather slowly, I would say.
ඒකත් නේ. අයියෝ උඩම එක නෙමෙයි නේ පාරයි.
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver?
මට දැන් ඔබ කිව්වත් එක්ක එකයි මූ කිම් කියන දේවල් එක්කයි අර දෙවනියට අප එක වැඩියෙන් සැකයි.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
රොඩ්නි කාර්යය තමයි ගෙනල්ලා තියෙන්නේ champagne.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No. But I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Okay. Blinkhorn's humiliation. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney, but at high cost of his morale. Blinkhorn's work was saved by Blinkhorn's works were saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney. He was thankful for the possibility of their working together and the chance of learning from him. මම හිතන්නේ මට කියලා වුණා ඒක. Just aligns with things නේ මචං. clues ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ single clues මචං තියෙන්නේ. last expedition කියලා අපිට මේක hand drawn map අපිට Baker Street එකට ආ යන්න වෙනවා. Baker Street එකේ hand drawn map ඒ map එක අපේ map එකට තියලා line කරන්න ඕනේ. London map එකට තියලා
Now we have 2 maps. Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir...
මෙන්න මෙතනට යන්නත් පුළුවන්. අපි මේකට යමු.
This archaeological site has been abandoned. This is the...
document ඇති බේව කියෝ ඉන්න බෑ bro දැන්. අපි එතන බැලුවා.
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking. I don't need the ropes for now. Excavating tools, a bucket. This railway is used to remove rubble from the site. The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste.
මං හිතන්නේ හේස් කියන හදිසි කියා කියන එකනේ බ්‍රෝ. මේ ඒක නිසා මං හිතන්නේ කවුරු හරි හදිසි ගිහිල්ලා කියන එක තමයි. Pitkins feels rather uncomfortable postponing the public opening of the Roman baths because of Sir Rodney. He was angry because of this. Pitkin expects to receive much value from Sir Rodney's research. The work will increase the bath's renown and popularity. මං හිතන්නේ ඒක. let's see.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek
crossbow එකක් හදන්න.
The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. The This is the map of the site. It is a broken statue of a bull. It is a statue of Neptune, the god of the sea.
Small dick. Small boobs. May adong nga nangin wadan. Koya patak kitiya dun. Koya patak.
Construction hooks.
Hooks. Tama oh nay. තාම පික් කරන්න දෙන්නේ object of interest කියන අනිවාර්යෙන් use කරන්න වෙනවා මං හිතනවා. මං හිතන්නේ තව මොනවද මෙතන කරන්න දෙන මේ කලින් කියපු එක.
The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste.
දැනට මං හිතන්නේ අය මොනවද තියෙනවද? අපි යන් ආයේ බාත් එකට. Okay.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Make it better, man. I mean, window එක මෙයාට කැඩිච්ච පැත්තට යන්න තියෙනවා. අයින් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා කිව්ව නේද? අයින් කරනවා කිව්ව නේද? නෑ ඒක අයින් කරලා නෑ. Find I use අපි බේකර් ස්ට්‍රීට් එකට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන මේ මේක ඒක කරලා ඉමු. ඒක කරලා අපි යමු ආයි ස්කොට්ලන්ඩ් යාඩ්. අනේ අපි ඊට පස්සේ අපි යමු ආයි අර එක්ස්කේවේෂන් සයිට් එකට. එක්ස්කේවේෂන් සයිට් එක මොකක්ද තියෙනවා මට.
There are 12 pieces here. I will count.
Puzzle එක. Okay. යට ෆ්ලැට් වෙන්නේ ආච්චි කිරිද්ද මේක ස්කිප් කරමු බා මේක ටිකක්.
It is a mold and it is ready for casting. The mold is prepared for casting. We just need to fill it with Sir Rodney. He seemed unafraid of maledictions. Half a glass of water should be enough. Now let us...
A curved blade. මං හිතන්නේ පුතා මේක තමයි අර murder weapon එක. අම්මාලා සිරි.
This knife is very similar to that described by the coroner as the weapon that killed Sir Rodney.
You should not leap to any hasty conclusions, Watson. Let us try to create an object. It will take a minute to melt the silver with my gas burner. Done.
Okay,
now
අර
I can
සිල්ල
proceed
කෑල්ලක්
further.
වහගත්තනේ මචං බ්‍රේසියා එකකින් වහගත්ත සිල්ල කෑල්ල මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්ද බලන්න.
The mold is hot. I should wait for it to cool down. Done. A homemade
සිල්ල knife
silver
එකක් හදන්න
knife.
පුළුවන් ඒකෙන් හරියටම. On the dot.
Excellent. We have created a knife with the silver that we found. It could have been used to kill Sir Rodney.
It was extremely clever to create a weapon that could dissolve at the scene of the crime.
අපි පොඩ ඉන්න තත්පර ඇතන ගයිස් තත්පරයක් දෙන්න ගයිස් අපි අර excavation site එකට ආයියා මෙතන මොකද්ද මේ ඕකේ එතනින් මුකුත් නැහැ මෙතනින් පල්ලෙහාට යන්න පුළුවන් මේ කැල්ලට ආවේ නැහැ අපි ටියෝ බණ්ඩ පුළුවන් මොකක් හරි තියෙනවා මෙතන
This wall was...
මෙතන තමයි සවලෙන් පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන්නේ මත් තව හුරන්න තියෙන්නේ මේ මං හිතන්නේ අර බාත් එක අර බාත් එකේ ෆ්‍රිජිඩේරියම් එක. මේ තියෙන්නේ ෆ්‍රිජිඩේරියම්. නයිස්.
I can see.
ෆ්‍රිජිඩේරියම් එකේ තියෙන්නේ. Okay. ෆ්‍රිජිඩේරියම්. ෆ්‍රිජිඩේරියම් එකට යන්න ඕනේ දැන් අර ටික අයින් කරන්න කියනවා ගල් කැලි ටික. Okay. තව මොනවද? Statue of Neptune. දැන් අපි ස්කොට්ලන්ඩ් යාඩ් එකට යනවා. මට හිතෙනවා නේ ස්කොට්ලන්ඩ් යාඩ් එකට කිව්වොත් මොකක් හරි එක මේවා කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Okay. යාඩ් එකට ගියා.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. What can you tell me about Mithras?
Oh, so much. It was the core of our work. Why do you ask?
Were you seeking the golden knife?
I see you are an amateur. Yes, the golden knife was our grail. It is said that it bears the only text explaining the ritual of the cult of Mithras.
I understand. I read something about immortality.
A myth. The knife would provide immortality only to the worthy one, and yet it is cursed, and it would kill you if you are not initiated.
Did you expect to find the golden knife at the baths?
Well, Sir Rodney thought that it might be there. Did you observe the knife representations there? They are so extraordinary. And we had hoped, but it is a tragedy that he has passed away, taking all of his secrets with him. As soon as I've been released, I will continue Sir Rodney's researches in his memory. I'm not sure that I can be helpful.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. The paintings in...
Yes, they are what make this place remarkable.
And that is why Sir Rodney came here?
He believed that the golden knife, which is an ancient ritual item, was hidden somewhere around the baths. I admit that it would be wonderful if it were true.
And you are not concerned by the reputation of this artifact?
You mean the curse? Before someone is dead, it is a blessing. After they are dead, well, then it becomes a curse.
Perhaps you could explain...
No, there is nothing to say. We are not the worthy ones.
But Sir Rodney believed that he was?
He was wrong. I have visions. The golden knife, the mummy. Oh, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Mr. Garrow.
Garrow is tortured by his obsession with the Mithras curse. He has been driven insane, a condition worsened by the medication he is taking. Garrow is melancholic. He is a victim of omnidation, hence hallucinations, and his state has been worsened by the shock of Rodney's death. He's just a pussy. Okay. අපි දැන් යන් බාත්ස් වලට බාත් එකට ගිහින් බාත් එකේ මොකක් හරි කරමු. මම හිතන බාත් එකේ ගල් ටික අයින් කරලා ඇති. අපි අයින් කරන්න කියලා කිව්වනේ නේද? When the push comes to shove.
Mr. Holmes, we've cleared the corridor to the frigidarium.
Mangi?
You can visit it.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Let's go. මේක නෙමෙයිනේ. Sorry බොෂා. ෆ්‍රිජිටේරියම් එකට තියෙන මේක.
Perhaps I could find some clues by activating the flagstone. A hidden sign.
hidden signs. No hidden signs either. Another hidden sign. No hidden signs. No hidden signs. No hidden signs.
A hidden... Now I have all the clues to help me find where these symbols are leading. All I need is imagination.
Puzzle එක අප්පා. Okay.
The signs are pointing to this bust.
මෙන්න මේ පිළිමෙට මොකක් හරි සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා. කොහෙද දොරක් කැරුණා? කොහෙද දොර ඇරුණේ? මෙන්න. Oh, noise!
What is this place?
I am unsure, Watson, but everything points to the fact that it was the last...
What should...
Lantern එක.
A broken glass plate. What is it doing here? I should examine it at Baker Street. How very peculiar. An ice maker.
Why...
Okay.
A sack of crude salt.
මොනවාරි හරි තියෙනවද බලන්න. නෑ නේ. මේ මෝඩයට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. එච්චරයි.
Mithra.
Mithra.
This fresco resembles either a ladder or a hierarchy. The fire casts a shadow upon the floor. It resembles a board.
Another shed.
The pillar collapsed a long time ago. It resembled... That is the...
මේකත් පත්තු කරන්න ඕනේ ෂැඩෝ එකක් එන්න. ඕකේ, ආයෙකත් පත්තු කරමු. නයිස්.
It is very...
අර හම්බෙච්ච ෂීල්ඩ් එක මචං ඉතින්.
The shadow. Mummified bodies. Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. We cannot go any further. Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. This shoe is not from the Roman era. It is medieval at best. This man was a tomb raider who met with an unfortunate end.
How dreadful. Judging by the broken orbit, this poor fellow met a death similar to Sir Rodney's. By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
ස්ට්‍රීට් එකට. ये लेफ्ट स्टेप करන්න දෙලා අපිට ඒක අපි කරමු. මේක යට කොනකට එන්න එපි. ඊට පස්සේ මේක උඩ කොනක්.
Done.
Okay. Done. Done, done, done.
Thank you, Watson.
फोटो के नेगेटिव को पॉजिटिव करना था. नेगेटिव फोटो करना थी एक पॉजिटिव करना. सॉरी केमिकल.
The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Another archaeologist, most probably. Another ice. Salt. Sir Rodney. Ice cream. Ice. Ice cream in the desert? We are indebted to the Romans who developed the technique.
So that's it. Salt and crushed ice may help to create ice cream.
Create an ice knife. Ice වලින් පීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. Okay.
If I wish to shape the ice knife, then I need to pour water inside the mold. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach -20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Before beginning, I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts. A block of
Holmes, look. The temperature is reduced.
Okay. Okay.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now we must check to ensure that it is adequately frozen.
Ice mold.
An ice weapon for a cold-blooded murder. An ice knife. A surprising and yet a very brilliant idea.
It's the perfect weapon. It enables one to kill a man and then it melts. The only trace it leaves is a small puddle on the ground.
The ice weapon initially created and then method ice knife. Excavation site එකට ආයෙ යන්න වෙනවා අපිට. Saint මොකක්ද කියලා. අර අතන පාලමක මේවා තිබ්බනේ බ්‍රෝ. ඒකේ මොකක් හරි සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා කට්ටිය හිත කියනවා. කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා. ගිහිල්ලා බලපන් කියලා.
We should look. There might be something. I have to find a way.
Okay, ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් harpoon එක යූස් කරන්න දෙන්න සීන් එකක් තියෙන්නේ nice. harpoon එකට කොක්කක් එපේ කොක්ක මෙතනින් ගන්න ඕනේ ඇත්තේ. ලණුවක් ඕනේ ලණුව අතනින් ගන්න ඇත්තේ. අර අපි කලින් ලණුවක් හොයාගත්තේ ලණුව ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා කිව්වේ. කොක්ක ගත්තා. යම්මත් තමා. ඊට පස්සේ ලණුව ගමු. කම්බේ. Okay, I took that also. So we had to go to the shed thing. We had to go to the shed thing. ගිහිල්ලා අර මේ ක්‍රොස්බෝ එක හදන්න තියෙන්නේ. Yeah.
I should use the... I should use...
Shutter.
I should use...
Okay.
Those wings on the bridge are perfect targets.
Firing against graffiti requires a lot.
මුකුරට වෙනම ගහන්න.
This one is ready. This one is ready. The bridge is ready.
Let's cross the bridge. Pathali. Okay.
Are we inside the hidden temple of Mithras, Holmes?
I am not sure. We had better be careful. I saw this.
Which way should we go, Holmes?
There ought to be some clues here. Let's take a look around.
Hi.
I saw this symbol in the tunnels underneath the Frigidarium. I saw...
කැරකිලා එතෙන්ට වීම දැන්. විච් කෙනෙක්ගේ තොප්පිය වගේ පැත්තෙන් යන්න හොඳ නැහැ. කැරකිලා එතෙන්ටමයි.
Which way should we go, Holmes?
මගෙන් අහන්න. තුනම පාත් වෙන්න ඕනේ සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා. අපි ස්කිප් කරමු මම මහන්සි මේක ස්කිප් කරන්න කරාට මට මහන්සි දැන් හැබැයි ඒ දුනේ weight balance කරන්න පුළුවන් guys තිබ්බේ කියලා සවෙන්නේ හිතුවේ කවුරුත් නැහැ තා පල්ලෙහාට යන්න දී කද්ද බම් මේ මල ලප්ප ගන්න දී එන පුත ටිකක් බම් fuck? අනේ ඵලයන් යන්න. වයත් තුනයක වොච්චන් එක. මේ අපි ආපු තැනනේ. මේක හරි. මේකෙන් යමු. හරි මේක යමු. ඉන්න බලමු මොකද වෙන්නේ කෙරගිලා ආයෙනවා ඩෙඩ් එන ක්ලස්ටර්ෆෝබික් ෆීලිං එකක් මම මේකේ තියෙන්නේ එන්නම ක්ලස්ටර්ෆෝබික් මේක ආපු පැත්ත this is fucking claustrophobic පොඩ්ඩේ Okay. Is it a dead end? I don't know. It's creepy, huh? මේ පැත්තට ආවා අපි. ආවා නයිස් අලුත් ඒරියා එකකට this is a dead end ඵලයන් යන්න වොත්සන් වම් පැත්ත dead end එකක් අපි මේකට යමු මේ මියුසික් එකත් එක්ක පට්ට uneasy feeling එකක් එනවා ඉහුත් මෙහෙන් ආවෙනේ. තියකෝ මේවා දුන්නා. අපේ ඔයි බය කරන්න එපා කොම්පා කියලා. මේකනේ. අර සද්දයක් ආවා. හිතල ලංකියා. ඇති මෙතනින්. nice.
Look, it's the golden knife.
Golden knife. Okay, it's a puzzle.
Watson, I need your help.
දෙන්නගේ මාරුවී ගහන්න. exit door එකක් හරි දෙනවා. Sini bab me pasal lek.
No, I do not think so. Now, we should find another way of...
ice knife එකෙන්ද මරලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. හිතන්නේ එහෙම තමයි blink on කියන එක ice knife එකෙන් මරලා කියලා තමයි දැන් මට reduction එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. මං හිතන්නේ එහෙම තමයිනේ. Blink on new intention of taking the credit of the discovery of the golden knife. It was the cunning plan to the ඉතින් ඩිස් මේ ආකිටෙක්චරල් කතා ආකියොලොජිකල්
I'm feeling rather uncomfortable. Why have I been put into these house?
I fear that you had better get used to them, Mr. Blinkhorn. They are your reward for the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe.
What? No, that's a lie.
It is regrettable, for you are a talented archaeologist. I will request that you are placed in a prison where you are unable to dig an escape tunnel. That is, of course, if they decide that you shall live.
You...
The consulting detective who salutes your intelligence in performing the perfect crime. Yes, but also the gentleman who detests your motivation.
You know nothing.
You wish to be the one who would reveal this to the world.
Is that the golden knife? How...
I also like to dig, you see. I only followed your trail. Such a pity that there is always someone willing to steal your credit, wouldn't you say? And there was the chance of a lifetime. You had to take it. It was not to be shared. But now I am here, and there is no one who will stop the tread of justice, Mr. Blinkhorn. Goodbye.
Nice. ඔක්කොම හෙව්වා වැඩේ ඉවරයි accept decision guys එහෙනම් අපිට එන්න මේක 77ක් same way විසඳලා තියෙනවා 71ක් same moral choice එක ගන්න තියෙන්නේ however එහෙනම් guys අදට මම live එක නතර කරනවා මෙතනින් bye bye ciao adios මං ගියා bye